What's up, guys? Jay, MorninAfterKill, and now that the Uncharted 4 multiplayer service stress test beta has come, and gone, I figured I'd take a quick few moments today and share my thoughts and opinions based on my own personal experience playing Uncharted 4 for the first time this weekend. But before I do, I want to preface that by saying that the original Uncharted trilogy was the only reason I owned a PlayStation 3 last console generation. I'd also like to point out that I wasn't a huge fan of the multiplayer in Uncharted 3 either. I did get Uncharted 1 and 2 too late to experience any sort of multiplayer in those games, but I did get to play Uncharted 3's multiplayer, and I wasn't really a huge fan of it. Just kind of felt tacked on to the series and kind of out of place in Uncharted. But the more that the series went on in the trilogy, the less I enjoyed it, since Naughty Dog started going in a direction with the series that was way more action-oriented than I wanted out of a Tomb Raider style game, which is hilarious because Uncharted started out as a Tomb Raider style alternative. That's the reason that I wanted to play Uncharted, because at the time the Tomb Raider games were just absolutely horrible. I'm looking at you, Angel of Darkness. I'm looking at you. But yes, Uncharted started out as a Tomb Raider style alternative, but as it went on, it evolved into a more action-oriented series. But now that Tomb Raider has been rebooted, it's actually more like Uncharted these days than it originally started out as more of an exploration puzzle game with action elements. It's kind of funny how life works, isn't it? But yes, I think it's safe to say that even though I was on the fence about Uncharted 3, I really liked 1 and 2. But I didn't really care too much for The Last of Us, since it put way more emphasis on realism and survival in a game where I really wanted a mini-map. But all of my unpopular opinions aside, just because I wasn't a big fan of Uncharted 3 or The Last of Us doesn't mean that I think Naughty Dog is a bad developer at all. In fact, Naughty Dog is actually one of the best studios that's ever existed in video game history when you go all the way back. Looking to see, they're the developers that made Crash Motherfucking Bandicoot. Matter of fact, fuck Uncharted. Can we get another Crash Bandicoot up in this bitch? Real. It's been way too long, Naughty Dog. Way too long without a little bit of that Bandicoot in my life. But enough backstory, though. Let's talk about Uncharted 4's multiplayer and what the multiplayer could mean for those wondering how the single-player campaign portion of the game will play, since nobody has gotten any hands-on time with the Uncharted single-player campaign. So, I gotta say, for the most part, I legitimately had a good time with the beta. At its core, if you stripped everything away from the game that makes Uncharted Uncharted, you just looked at the basic structure of the game's multiplayer, what you have is a very solid and capable third-person shooter with great cover and evade mechanics and some fantastic gunplay. However, there's always got to be a however, doesn't there? When you start injecting some of that Unchartedness into the game, it starts to feel a little bit more one-sided very easily, making it extremely tough for a team that falls behind early to come back and win the match. A good example of this is if you ever played a MOBA like League of Legends or Dota. If your team gets behind in a MOBA, the game starts to stack in favor of the winning team. But the further they push into your base, the easier it becomes for the team with their backs against the wall to calm down, group up, and use their towers and base to their advantage to make a push back out against the team, in turn, make it a balanced game that you're never really out of until the game is absolutely over. Uncharted, though, it seemed very easy to just get a few kills right off the start from the other team's clumsy teammates, and call in your sidekick, which, in my case of an assault class, was a juggernaut armored tank with a fucking Gatling gun. He sticks around for quite a while, and he's definitely capable of fucking you up and putting your team ahead very quickly, very early, making it very easy for you to gain enough gold the entire match to keep buying even more power-up options like heavy explosive weaponry, a grenade upgrade, or even some sort of mystical totem that you throw at the other enemy and ghosts kind of fly around and kick everybody's ass in the general vicinity. It makes it feel very reminiscent of the old Call of Duty days, where the first ones to put up their kill streaks in the air won the match, and if you were stuck on the opposite team, you just had to ride it out, try to do the best you can. So even though the game plays great, I can foresee each match after launch devolving into one of two options. Either one, it's going to be a very sweaty, slow-paced match of a 6v6 full party versus full party, or it's just going to be parties of 6, pub stomping the ever-living shit out of a group of randoms that aren't working together very cohesively, putting the other team up very early, allowing them to just dominate with all sorts of kill streaks in the game. So, while Uncharted multiplayer, in my opinion, isn't anything revolutionary, it's definitely more than what Uncharted 3's multiplayer. It doesn't feel like an uninspired, tacked-on multiplayer just to claim that they have it into the game. It actually feels like a fully fleshed out and welcome addition to the game. But it definitely doesn't seem like Uncharted's multiplayer is gonna be a main selling point of the game, if at all. If the multiplayer is any type of selling point to the game, and I feel like it's just gonna be, you know, a little bit extra for those people that do enjoy Uncharted and sometimes want a little bit different out of their multiplayer experience. But the campaign is still gonna be the main draw to the game, and if the graphics, frame rate, and controls from the multiplayer beta all translate over to the single player just as fluidly as they do for the multiplayer, then I think it's safe to say that Uncharted 4 will be a very capable and valid entry into the Uncharted series for sure. And if you're the type of person that's interested in Uncharted at all, I feel like you'll be very pleasantly surprised with this game. So, my name is Jay. MorninAfterKill. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. If you could leave a thumbs up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking video. Tell me in the comment section down below. Did you play Uncharted 4's multiplayer beta? If you did, what did you think about it? Did you like it? Tell me what you liked best about it. But also, don't be afraid to tell me in the comment section down below what you didn't like about it. I'm interested in hearing from both sides of the coin. So, my name's Jay. MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys later.